Good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. This is Martin here with you for another SmartRobie tutorial. Alright, so again, we do have some requests to focus the SmartRobie on our Bursa Malaysia market, and that's what I will be doing in here. So there are more demand for that. So do let me know if you are interested in other exchange market like the US market or the Singapore and Hong Kong on the comment there, and I'll be happy to cater to some of your requests that you have in here. Alright, so let's get down to where the market is, and of course for those of you who has been following me on the live Facebook, I've already said that we are likely to go lower a bit more, and then the month of June will likely to be the lowest right before we peak in July. That is my prediction going forward based on the seasonality as well as the Pentagon guider for the KLCI has actually turned red too in here. Alright, now this morning we are pretty happy to announce our campaign which has been ongoing since February to May for our SmartRobie campaign, how to pick stocks using Pentagon Guider in here. And of course these are using real money, real trade ideas, and with a minimum of 4%. And we have our winner is Mr. Yi in here. He buys it on Green Pentagon, and this is on the US market, and right now he has the highest return on investment of almost 19.5% from a Malaysian stock, a Bursa Malaysian stock, Netgate, and he bought it here and the market started to move up, and technology stock still go up. And it was pretty quick because we did say before, this environment that we see is not a buy and hold environment, it's a trading environment. When you see profit, you should be taking, and that's a constant buy and sell. That's the ongoing theme going forward. Now you can get all our stock buy call using our Pentagon Guider, which is really in our apps. Try it out, it really works. Alright, so that's one in here. So also I'd like to share with you a little bit more on our so-called back testing that we done. This is a trading board that we built up with our AI using momentum, managing a portfolio of 50,000. You could see we start doing this last year in March. Okay, March, where we did our this called autonomous AI bot that can trade a portfolio of 50,000 using Pentagon Guider, and you could see generate about 11%. Of course, we do have the sell-off that we see last year in the June month, but we did have a good month, 8%, and right now May is a good month. So we will see June is going to be remember we saw June was the lowest month, right? So when we see June, right, means a lot of stocks that was bought in June actually profited around in July and August, and that was sort of rolled back to this 24% in here. So I still think that this year 2025 will be very similar, so don't miss out on the month of June buying those stocks here. Alright, and in terms of the win rate for our back testing, January, February, March are pretty low. April are pretty good. So we're coming up to May. A lot of positions have been closed, and the win rate is calculated with a minimum of 4.5%, giving it approximately maybe less than 55% in here. Alright, now how do you use SmartRobie? What can I do with the apps? Basically, you only want to use it when you want to look for stocks to buy. You know, what kind of stock should I buy, what stock should I sell. If I sell, I just go on to the stock analysis in here. And of course, the SmartRobie, we do cover both the FA, fundamental, and also TA. Of course, with the fundamental, you have the Robie rating, which tells you 1 to 8. The higher the rating, the better. Then we have the TA, which is the green Pentagon for your buying timing, and also Pentagon flow, that's showing the timeliness of the market to move higher. And of course, we also have the stock watch list. Stock watches are some of those stocks that you may pick up in media or from a friend or a influencer telling you, hey, this stock is something you want to be buying, and you can put it into the watch list, and when the watch list comes out, then you can do your buying following the buy call in the SmartRobie in here. And this morning, as I said before, the request that we got has been focusing on the Bursa market here. Okay, let's take a look at the KLCI this morning. And so what we're going to do is just going to bring out the SmartRobie. Okay, so this is a SmartRobie that you get here. There's usually about 6 menu, the KLCI market, which we'll look at it, and then we have the Robie FA list, which is all the fundamental stocks. The trading stocks are those generally for advanced users who are buying on uptrend. Then we have the Pentagon Guider, which is our flagship product, and our Premium Alert again for the advanced users, and also hot sectors, which if you have time we'll go on to it. So let's take a look at the KLCI market today. I want to show you what the chart looks like for the overall Bursa. So if you just hit that one, and you will probably see it's pretty much work like a chatbot, right? So the messages are, you have to scroll up and down. So the Pentagon flow is 71%, which is not too bad. It is in the red Pentagon, all right? So it's in orange trend zone. Look out for the continued trend. May turn green if there are some strong condition, okay? Since then, market is down. So this morning we have HW. These are the active stock. Big gainer are Allianz, Nestle, FNN, and big losers are usually some of these big in cents. All right, but let's take a look at the KLCI right now. Let me flip the chart here. So definitely you can see the market turned green Pentagon sometime in the 28th of April, and then it turned red. That's where it is. Anomalously the market turned downwards. Right now it's finding a support here about 1530. Let me just bring it up here. Yeah, this is the support. So 1530 area, you have to be very careful if the market were to break lower from here. Now right at this junction we assume the market is still on a downtrend, but if it's holding at level at 1530, and I said before, June is the so-called lowest for the seasonal month for the Bursa KLCI, then we'll see the markets likely to move up from here onwards. Okay, in here, so not that difficult to follow our market by using the Pentagon Guider, green to buy, red to sell. All right, so this is what we have, and okay, so that's in here. So let's take a look at our next, right, which is I want to explain here is the menu schedule. All right, the green boxes are the one that display on your apps, like KLCI market today, that's this green box here. Robie FA, which is the fundamental listing, we'll look at that. Trending stocks, those are stock trending up. Pentagon Guider and Premium Alert, which is here, and also hot sectors. So hot sectors are your sector analysis. The stock screener are the stocks that screens out those stocks that give the best odds of winning a trade in here. But very quickly, I just want to share with you, right, Pentagon Guider. But I want to go through, just before we go to Pentagon Guider, let's take a look at Robie FA list. All right, so turn on the Robie FA list here, and Robie FA list will pick those stocks generally that is 4, 5, 6, and 7 rating, which means they are highly rated and they are pretty good. Okay, so you can see from here, Astro is rated 4. This morning is up, but it has gone down a fair bit, down to 20 cents. MYEG has been range bound, but United Plantation seems to be very good. You can see from here, rated 5 out of 8. Okay, my screen seems to be frozen. Oh yes, I have to put it up back up here. Alright, you can see United Plantation, it's 23 ringgit. So click on 2089, and let's look at the stock chart here. Just want to show you this. And click on that, flip the chart around, and definitely you can see here it started to turn green Pentagon on the 22nd of May. Let's hope you'll take out this old high here around $23.21. This morning is up 23.02. Okay, as I said before, the KLCI right now, it's not as bullish as what we can see, so it's likely to hold its level in here, and maybe for the next couple of few days it can actually move and then go higher. All right, now let's turn our attention now to Pentagon Guider. Okay, so we have Pentagon Guider. We have only 3 stocks. As a matter of fact, it's MYEG, United Plantation, and also Dutch Lady, which also happen to be the Robie FA stock, and also that's why I want to select these stocks. And of course, some of you feel that you like to trade those stocks that has a bit more momentum in here. That's good, but those of you who's looking for some value with quality stocks, you have it here. Dutch Lady is 29 ringgit, United Plains is 23, MYEG is 92 cents. Let's look at MYEG. So I'm just going to click on 0138. So on our list here, we have 6 options. Okay, just let me show you here. Yeah, the 6 options of the list. Yeah, this is what I want to show you. Let me just turn it off here. So usually when you got down to the stock option, you have 60. The stock chart, the stock comment, the fundamentals, trading plan, that's a buy call, and also the exit strategy should you have that stocks. And also we have a news that is read out by AI sentiment, which actually tells you headline. So if you look into the MYAG here, right, we look at the stock fundamental first. What is the fundamental for this stocks? And you could see here, it has a rating 4 out of 5. And of course, if you want to find more, you can click on the URL, a website that takes you in there. Now, if you look at the sector average is 31 times, okay, almost 32. And the PE right now is only 9.5 times. So that's telling you a very strong and underpriced chart there. Yeah. ROE is 22%, sector average is 12, dividend is only 0.28. It is a growth stock, so that's why it doesn't pay a lot of dividend compared to it. Now if you look back into the intrinsic value, it's about $2. It's undervalued, but usually when the PE is a bit this low compared to the sector average of 31 times, there is this thing what we call value trap, so I have to be careful. But should they re-rate this, okay, it should be 98 cents at 10.5 times PE in here. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart. Stock chart, stock comment. Rotate the chart. So all you gotta do is just rotate on your phone. Okay, so you can see from here, market is holding up this level, which is the 90 cent level support very well. It's been doing that almost going back to March. With the big tariff that fell, the market went through it, and then. But do take note, there is a news today that U.S. Donald Trump has paused the tariff until July 1st, right? For the 50%, and he does this all the time. As I said before, in the market outlook in Malacca on Saturday when I was there for the Phillip Capital Outlook, I said the same thing too. A lot of our market pretty much depend on what Donald Trump say or what he doesn't say. So eventually what's going to happen is many of these things will sort of be priced into the market that we see in here. So let's take a look at the buy call for this stock, which is the trading plan. Let me just turn off here. So buy call, this is valid until 28, so 2 more days. Buy below 92 cents, okay, which I think it is right now, right? Previous closing was 92 cents, right? This morning, let's take a look. Where is it? Stock chart and stock live prices, which is 92 cents. So it's a good price to enter, okay? So let's scroll back down again. So you have the first target profit is 1 ringgit, and then 105, stop loss at 88.5 cents. Okay, so let's take a look at the chart. Click that one. It's 88, which is somewhere around here. Yeah, 88, just right at the support there. You can see just right at the support here, 88. Yeah, so that's your stop. So it's a very nice reward to risk, going up to 1 ringgit, stop loss at 87 cents. That would give you a good reward to risk. So make sure you want to, when you trade, have the good reward to risk as part and parcel of your trading strategy here. Okay, so we can also check out the others, which if you do have this stock, look at the exit strategy. Okay, so exit strategy here is already green pentagon strong. Be cautious if MYG turn weak. With red pentagon, there are mixed sign uncertainty. All right, so we have to watch for that. So right now it is above the ATR stop loss, which is quite good. Okay, to the support is 88 cents, which is a 4% upwards. Weekly support is also 88.5 cents. Last closing price was 92 in here. Okay. The rest you can read it. R1, which is the resistant one, is 94 cents. Okay, and R2 is 97 cents. Interesting now. Okay, that's where we are for this market. And let's look at the news for MYEG. News sentiment. So news sentiment is very positive. They launched a blockchain structure just April. A lot of AI. MYG and Chinese Guangxi to work on build Malaysian AI model. Optimistic long-term growth. So lots of positive news. Maybe a good stock to be looking at MYEG. All right. MYG has sort of moved itself to be a Bitcoin player. Right. So if you want a little bit of exposure, this would definitely be this stock in here. Okay, the other two on the Pentagon guided, you can see from here, are pretty good too. I would think United Plantation, it's 23 ringgit. This is a long-term buy. Okay, a long-term buy at 23 ringgit in here, where you're buying quality in here. Let's take a look at 2098. Okay, 2098, where you have not stock strategy. Let's look at the stock fundamental for United Plantation. So United Plantation stock fundamental PE of 20 times, a bit high, but it has a rating of 5. ROE of 23 times, and it pays a 5.8% dividend. That's very, very good. Okay, on fundamental side, this is definitely good. Slightly pricey, but it is a growth stock. So you can see from here, 3 years Kage price is 47.5, which means the last 3 years it's been growing compounded return at 47% in here. Definitely a good stocks in here to look at. Alright, so that's all we have for this morning in here for our SmartRobie. Now if you have any questions in the comment, feel it to free. Of course, our SmartRobie is powered by Pentagon Guided in here. Very, very helpful for those of you who wanted to make SmartRobie buy call, or those of you who want to buy certain stocks that is trending well in here. And also our Pentagon Guider, which is really showing you buying at the beginning of the support. Now all you gotta do is know what to do in the app, whether you want to be buying, and our unique proposition is green to buy, red to sell, and you can set up the notification too. Alright, the notification will connect you to the stocks that you want to be buying, and then you will get in and buy those stocks when it's ready to move up higher in here. Check it out. Right. And our US SmartRobie will continue next week. Alright, so for any support, send it to 010-266-9761. So that's all I have in here. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube Trade VSA, and also for our comment and also anything else in here. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on Wednesday for our live Facebook.